Morning. Here is a person who is late, and I apologize, a few minutes late, but hopefully you're still there, or there is some that are going to watch, as the topic today is about anxiety of artificial intelligence. This is coming back now, as I bring here the topics that I hear the most from my clients, coaching them or mediating different situations, and because of that, those topics come here because I see the fear, because I see the challenge, and I think that it can benefit everybody to hear about different things or suggestions or tips if I have any. Who am I to pretend that I have good tips for you? Well, nobody is special other than just the experience, probably, and an experience of people, an experience of situations, situational experiences. And that's all I say. Humbly say, excuse me, to be proactive rather than reactive to situations that are obviously coming or are already here that we have to face and can be challenging to people. And so that as we have to face those situations, obviously, though, by sharing stories, by sharing the experience of others, by inviting them over here, see how they impact the world, how, in fact, you change the world. This is why I really took very easily this initiative of calling this event, this podcast, this live event, this broadcast, you change the world. Because you know it or you don't. And by the way, most of the time, we don't know how much we do change the world. By changing one person's life already, you change the world because one person is a world by himself or by herself. One person in a very confusing world. I apologize. In a very confusing world where things are really in the vague, in the uncertainty, where people maintain that for a reason, because they don't have an answer to give you. And by maintaining this VUCA, right, this vagueness, this ambiguity, this uncertainty, you are remaining questioning and you're remaining thinking and you kind of at the same level because believe it or not, your boss or your boss's boss most of the time don't know more than you do. When there is a reorg, when there is a buyout, when there is a decision taken up at the board level or at the C level, especially CEO, COO, CFO, those are the three, believe me, that are the real C's. All the other C's are C's to a certain extent, but don't have a real power in terms of the company. If God forbid the company would commit fraud, the three that would get in trouble are those three, or maybe there's a fourth one with the HR, but probably the CAO, the CFO, and the COO, because the three C's that are responsible for the entire operation and liability of the company. That's why I always make the distinction of those different chiefs. There is so many chiefs today. Chief market. I called myself chief humanization officer just because I wanted to follow the trend, but and also give myself a title that probably nobody has, humanization officer, because I'm very much into making sure that people remain human and treat humans as they would treat themselves. That's really what I first do when I do consider a situation, when I hear about it. How it comes to me first, and what is my first priority and my first value is how people are respected, how people are treated, so that in fact we can create a community of happy people and people that can really enjoy their lives, even through work in the work environment, because that's really embracing all the aspects of coaching, really. And this is why taking AI as a source of anxiety if we can take it as an opportunity. Hey, by the way, this is how I always suggest we convert negativity to positivity, because truly there is a problem, something comes in fact, unpredictable situation, and you can definitely have two different mindsets. But the one that is really winning all the time, and I guarantee it 100% of the time, is the positive mindset. So you're going to turn a crisis or a feeling of anxiety into an opportunity. AI is an opportunity. I think that's the bold, generic answer to the question mark about why AI is an anxiety or a source of anxiety. Of course, people are really seeing it with their own eyes. I pass the easy pass now on the highway, and I realize very, very simply that I don't even feel that my wallet is getting empty by, I think it's about now 650 or 850 to pass the Washington Bridge, right? Do you think I know it? I don't even know. You see, I hesitate because the notion of paying now is so virtual, so transparent. I mean, so transparent in the sense, so invisible. That's what I was about to say. Not transparent, invisible. That the experience of spending 850 to pass a bridge is not even getting your attention or your concern. It's just doing it automatically. But not long ago, there was a booth there with a person inside the booth that I could smile to, that I can say thank you, that I could give the money to. This person disappeared. There is no more booth at the Washington Bridge, and there is no more booth at the Whitestone Bridge, and all these things around New York. No booth at all anywhere. There's maybe some left somewhere else, but they are all replaced by technology, by the easy pass. Now, AI is going to do the same thing. Yeah. And so what? So what? Do we have to go back to school to learn something new? And so what? We human beings, we have to, right? We have to behave like people who are always developing, always learning. So the thing is like this: the good opportunity is I'm not going to lay back. I'm not going to be complacent about what I know or what I've been trained on. I'm going to continue my journey of learning. And when, in fact, you do this with a coach, not that I want to sell, the coaching and pitching you about it. It's just that coaching definitely is one of the tools. There's many more. And there's therapy, by the way, which is not the same as coaching. But if you fear something and you lack confidence in confronting the challenge and in moving forward with this AI horizon, which is already the present, I suggest that you revise different things about yourself. First, your mindset, gain confidence in your way of handling change, and then when you're a leader, support other people to handle change. And how do they handle that? Not long ago, there was a huge layoff in a large company. And one of the reasons that were given to the people laid off, because there was already they were really wrongdoing, their reviews were very superior to even expectations. They were extremely successful in what they were doing, and they get the pink slip, and they will and they wonder why. And of course, the employer has a duty as an obligation to give some clarity about the decision that was made. Sometimes they don't tell you that maybe it's your salary or another criteria that has been chosen to make you part of the people that are, impacted by the layoff situation. And if it's sometimes, and most of the time, financial, it can be also strategic. In the case of this large company, there was a very generic reason that was given to many of those that were trained in other languages, other technologies, engineers that went to school and learned so many different things, that these people were told that now the company was going AI, was going completely different in terms of the orientation of the technology. And because of that, they became obsolete. So they had no time, nor did they have any strategy about training people or offering them an opportunity of a transition. This was not given. And I don't know if, in fact, the reason that were given to them when they said AI was, in fact, the real reason. But that was a good excuse. And people took that as a lesson, and for those who were, again, with a positive mindset, an opportunity. Oh, I lose my job because I'm not trained in AI, because I don't know anything about it, because the company is not ready to invest in me, and the time that it's going to take for me to really adapt or be, in fact, expert in the matter. Okay, I understand. And that's right now the proof of the pudding. You are scared to lose your job because AI comes over or to replace you and your duty, which I have a lot of reservations about, because everything that is about you as a human being, AI will never replace. your DNA, your way of reacting, your emotional status, how much you impact the emotions of others positively as a good leader. All of that. Sorry, Mr. Bot. Sorry, Mr. Bot or Mrs. Bot. It's not going to help anyone. You are not going to be able to do it as well as a human being. One aspect also I want to mention about this, and this one is one of my favorite. It's of course customer experience. Don't ask me to use a chat bot, right? Because I will never experience something good with it. I tried, I really tried. It doesn't help me in any sense, shape, or form. Because each time I ask a question to the bot, it's never answering my question. It's always coming back with this bot attitude, bot behavior, like a machine. Like a machine, come back with the same question, with the same answers. Even if I say I'm not satisfied when it's asked me if I'm satisfied, I never am. Never am. I'm not a demanding person. I just don't get the answer I need. No. For customer experience, for customer service, we have a lot to debate about. And AI is not always the answer. It can accelerate something, or it can maybe guide a customer to the right person to get the advice or to get the support, but it's not going to replace the person for the support itself or to resolve an issue. I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. So, but when it comes to AI and surgery and the medical field, how precise that can be, how much more precise it can be than a surgeon who is now a human being with the limitation of a human being that the bot doesn't have. It's unlimited as long as you train it to be expert in the matter and has all the precision because it's a machine to get in the right place and does the exactly right thing. And probably things like brain surgery or very, very sensitive and delicate surgeries are probably handled a million times better by a bot than by a human being. So yes, when we accept this replacement, when you say it makes sense, it makes the industry advance, it makes the medicine, the medical field move forward. There is no reason to fear anything. I'm going to find another spot. I'm going to train myself to do something else. Anybody has to be, in fact, behind the machine anyway, or monitor something. But there will be new professions, new positions. That's called adaptability. Yes, the world is changing and very fast. And transformation is first about transforming yourself. We need to transform our mindset when it is about adapting to a new technology or to a new wave or a new trend. Even if I had to learn a new language, right? I would certainly be able to do that because human beings throughout history proved that they were able to. Our capacities are unlimited. Our strength, our talents, our creativity is unlimited. And again, I repeat, artificial intelligence, for what I know, is not going to replace many, many things that human beings do and create. This capacity of creating and having emotions just for those two. An artificial intelligence cannot be trained to have emotions. It can pretend to have one or show something, showcase something that is going to mock up or imitate or duplicate an emotion, but generate one, why a machine would be able to? It doesn't have a soul, it doesn't have a heart, it can't feel anything. It cannot feel for you. It cannot care for someone. And if it tells you with a nice voice, "I love you," it doesn't mean it. It does not mean it. Maybe we say it for a dog, for an animal, and it means that the dog loves you, and it's true. There is feeling there, but it's a live entity. It's someone, or it's something, or it's an animal, but it's a being, and this an AI or a robot will never replace. I'm confident about what I say here. I didn't ask Mr. Musk or those that speak about AI every day, and I'm not an expert in AI. I'm just working with my clients as a coach. I see what they're going through and what their fears are. And it's obviously about different things. The company is going to a new direction. It's a transformation. How fast I can transform my company, how fast I can adapt my product or my service to this technology, how fast or competitive can I be when a giant is competing or is going to swallow me live because they are ahead of me by many light miles away. The thing is, we have our specificities, we have our brands, we have our DNAs, and I trust very much that everybody deserves and is entitled to win in this new kind of space. So AI is coming. AI is already here in many aspects, in many tools, many gadgets. And AI doesn't always, in fact, respond to universal needs. That's also the issue of supply and demand, right? So the adaptability is not for everybody. What do you do with seniors when they pass 80 years old? Some of them are very good at it, but the majority are slow adapting to transformation. So there is also that aspect of multiple market needs and the famous and old equation of what business is about the commercial transaction. It's about supply and demand. And AI can support a lot of supplies and satisfy a lot of demand, but is not yet where it should be to replace everything and transform the market all the way around. Now, it goes fast, and it's very soon that it's going to take a proportion that will be above 50%. And our lives, our every aspect of our lives, in terms of the practicality of it, will probably be AI driven. And therefore, for whatever you do in your life, and again, don't forget, there is some professions, some tasks that are never replaced. A craftsman, I always take this example. First of all, the human being has a need, a big need of touching materials, of being in front of creative work by the human being, of craftsmanship, where the hands are doing things to create and to make things happen or grow or exist. That's the beauty of what it says the man has been created as the image of God. Yeah, because there is a capacity, a capability, and you don't have to be religious or even believe in God to understand that, is that the human being has unlimited capabilities, unlimited strength, unlimited creativity. And bots are limited to what they've been trained to. They can take a lot of space and a lot of magnitude in their capacities, but they will never reach what a human being is capable of doing. And don't forget, AI has been invented by human beings, and there will be something else after AI. And again, another thing after AI. AI is also a fashion. Everybody has to say AI, even they don't even have started anything about their strategy in AI. So that's my last point. Don't be scared because it's maybe not even concerning you. Even your company declares out there that the AI is already the priority of the company. They do this for PR reason. They have to do this for the competitive reason. They have to scare, maybe with a bluff, their competitors because it's always about that. But advertising has a lot of this component. Don't forget, we don't live in the world of truth. That's the problem we have right now, because I don't know if I would measure, and that's true. I don't know if I would measure and be able to have a barometer of truth in different aspects, the news, the integrity of my board of directors, the integrity of my neighbor, saying that he did not do this or do that, or the justice system, or the Supreme Court, or the judge of this or that court. Not trusting anyone because truth is really disappearing from all the surface of the earth. For now, it's difficult to find. And this is, in fact, what I'm scared of. This is the only thing I'm scared of, is how much can I trust? And I don't want to become paranoid, and I don't want to be suspicious about everything. But being scammed here and there on this computer, an email coming saying that it's the post office, saying that it's my bank or my credit card, saying that it's Federal Express or whatever else, and I just check the originated email where it comes from, and most of the time, if not 99% of the time, it's a scam. It's a potential virus. If I click on the link, I'll get in trouble. So this is a very strange world we're living in, and AI, and this is the one aspect of fear. The things that you cannot understand, or when they are threatening in terms of being negative or malicious, is the what aspect is one aspect that I think we can fear. Our data have been stolen. It's been scammed in our insurance company, in our every data about us is known every by the worst people on earth, and that's the problem. That's the thing that I fear the most. In which hands this AI is falling into? That's the global situation. But to my little world, to my workforce, to my workplace, all the things that relates to my private life and what I choose to do, my choice, my freedom of choice, fear should not be dominant. What should be dominant is your self-confidence that you are a human being and you have a superpower and you're a powerhouse of many, many talents and many resources, and that you can absolutely be resilient and bounce over this potential threat to lose a job or to be asked to be trained on something new to maintain your job or be promoted. On these good words, I hope this gave you at least one angle you didn't think of and open your eye a little bit on things so that you can say to yourself, let me wake up tomorrow with a positive mindset. Let me be able to transform the negative into positive and use the word opportunity and say to myself, wow, this is an opportunity. I'm being laid off. It's an opportunity. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to get the promotion I couldn't get in the company that employed me until now. My next job is going to be the next level that I needed. And all of this is right there at your fingertips. So hopefully that created something for you. And I really hopefully see you next week and continue with us on You Change the World because you do. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.